Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tristan Barrocks here, the digital storyteller, and I'm super excited to be with you once again for another episode of Cinecut, which we will be talking about the Zcam M4. I mean, this is a great announcement. This is a crazy announcement. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Woo! So at the start of this week, I was minding my own business, doing my thing inside of the Zcam E2 group. And unbeknownst to me, a bomb dropped. Kaboom! It dropped right inside the group. And you know what that bomb was? It was the Zcam M4 announcement. I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like Zcam has been making announcements every single day for the last several weeks. But this one in particular is really important, really exciting. And I want to share a little bit of that with you. Now, the reason why this is an exciting announcement is because the E2 has been one of my favorite cameras, new cameras that I picked up in the last year. Well, if you like this camera, then you'll love the M4. Why is that, Tristan? I'm glad you asked. You see, the M4 is kind of the younger twin to the E2. Let me explain it to you this way. When the E2 was designed and created, it was created with a certain thought process. Zcam was creating a camera that was going to rival, the Blackmagics of the world, was going to rival the Red Ravens of the world, and give people a small form factor, cinema-centric camera with high quality 10-bit internal recording for $2,000. US, of course. That would be about $2,600 Canadian. Now, when Zcam came out with the E2, they didn't really know exactly what people wanted. This was a camera that they were excited about based off of the feedback that they got from their previous cameras. And based off of that feedback, they designed the E2 to meet and exceed the standards of what everybody expected of them. And the thing that I loved about the E2 was, it wasn't trying to be something else. It was a micro four thirds camera that was really inexpensive, that needed some tender love and care in terms of purchasing accessories and adding screens and things to make it workable and make it usable. But it was embracing new technology like CFast cards and 10-bit internal recording, as well as 4K 120 frames per second, and all of these features. So it was a very feature-rich, inexpensive camera that had a nice mount that could be adaptable to whether it was Sony or Nikon or Canon mounted lenses, and a lot of people would be able to access that technology. People were like, we love this camera, but can we get it in a Canon mount? Can we get it in a Sony mount? Can we get it in a PL mount? Can we get it in these other mounts? Can we get a larger sensor? Can we get a better form factor? Can we get even more resolution? So all of these things were requested. They responded to the market accordingly by creating the S6 and creating the F6, which were the 6K models of the E2 flagship lines. And then they released the F8, which was the full frame 8K resolution E2 camera, which was amazing and is getting great reviews. But one of the glaring things that was missing out of the E2 camera body was the fact that you could not hot swap the mounting options. Now, what do I mean by hot swapping the mounting options? Well, with the F6, the S6, and the F8, you were able to swap out the micro four thirds mount out with the CF mount, out with the PL mount. And with that added flexibility with those cameras, you were able to use a boatload of lenses without adapters, just using the mounting options that you can attach to the actual camera bodies. And this is why I believe the Zcam M4 was created. It was designed to kind of be an updated version of what the E2 was not. The E2 did not have hot swappable mounting options. The M4 does have that. The E2 has an older design, whereas the M4 has the updated body that you would see on the S6, the F6, and the F8 full frame bodies. Outside of those major glaring differences, there are only minor sort of adjustments with the M4 that make it slightly different than the E2. For instance, the M4 does not support syncing with multiple cameras. So the feature that the E2 had, which was amazing, was that you could sync multiple E2s all at the same time and connect them all together and control them all together simultaneously, which for me is not really a big deal because I wasn't really using that feature to begin with my E2. The other thing that's going to be a giant plus in the M4 is that it's going to be able to allow you to stream directly from the device, which means you can stream to YouTube, to Facebook, to any sort of social media platforms without having to plug it directly into your computer or into some other compression software or device that will allow you to turn the camera into a actual web camera. The camera itself will be designed so that you can output directly as a web camera without any other additional accessories, which is super dope and something that's worth the money by itself. So for me, this is really exciting news because, again, it makes it more affordable for better technology, a camera that I'm learning more and more about and that I'm growing more and more fond of. And I just don't know how Zcam continues to do it. I think that by far they are the most progressive camera manufacturer out there right now. They listen to people. If you're a part of the Facebook group, then you know this. They listen to you, they jar with you, they tussle with you, they suggest certain things to you, they help you troubleshoot issues with your camera and with your device and with sort of questions you have in terms of color correction or editing the footage. Zcam is just an amazing developer, an amazing manufacturer, and I'm super excited to see what else they're going to be creating in the future. There's one other thing that I don't want to forget about sharing with you, and that is the new turbo booster adapter announcement. So obviously we know about speed boosters from Metabones or from other manufacturers. This turbo booster adapter is made by Zcam. They're touting that if you combine the M4 and this turbo booster adapter thing, that you'll actually gain almost like a stop or more light sensitivity onto your Micro Four Thirds sensor, which is a phenomenal thing. But not only that, this adapter also comes in a CF mount, which means that you can adapt any Canon lenses and you are good to go. So any of your old Canon lenses, L series glass from Canon, any of those Canon lenses can be adapted with this adapter, this speed boosting adapter that Zcam is going to be releasing later on this year. So I'm really excited to see what the M4 can do and how people are going to use it to tell dope stories. So those are my thoughts about the Zcam M4. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you do have any thoughts, please comment below, ask any questions, and obviously consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like what we were talking about today. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay creative. Peace.